All right, so what I've done now is I've attached the duct tape, metallic duct tape, like I mentioned, and I just cut off about a quarter of an inch strip. You can see the thickness of it. I do one strip with scissors and then two strips with scissors. Then I cut those two strips after I've peeled the backing off. Then I cut those two strips in half. So I have four pieces and I layer them. I go one and then two, and then I reverse that so they're kind of knitted together, then one and two. So there's four pieces, and as you can see, I'm taking special care to make sure I don't block the exit hole for where the air comes in when you push the primer bulb. It has to be able to come out that hole, so don't block that with your tape. And now, instead of putting, 2, 3, 4, 5 gaskets, I've sealed this with some inexpensive duct tape. There's a huge roll, and I'm only taking a little quarter-inch strip at a time, so that'll last for years of repairs. And let me set the phone down, and I'm going to put the little gasket on there. And we're going to cross our fingers and hope that it primes. I've already taken the manifold gasket out of this envelope and put it on the carburetor, so all that's left in the little supplies that come when you buy a brand new carburetor is this little gasket. And I find most of the time it's needed. Also, this one, fortunately, the little holes that go over the posts are big. On some of them you get with these imported carburetors, they're tiny, and you have to stretch them out by putting, a nail or something around in there and kind of stretch them out. Otherwise, it's real hard to get over these posts, okay? So now I've got my carburetor here, and the adhesive is holding that in place. So I've got to get the air hole or air exit hole on this side and push this with my thumb right there over this post to get it started, and then this post, and then that post. And I look with my eyes to make sure there is a space for some air coming out. I can see a little bit of the duct tape, but there's definitely about 50% airspace. Okay, so that should be enough. And remember, you're not pumping fuel. So there's nothing to mess with that adhesive or anything that's on the back of that duct tape, but you're just pushing air. Okay, so let's push this on here now. I've got it going into the crankcase vent tube. Let's see, I've taken the throttle off of this mower. You may notice the copper wire that I've got here. That's really just to keep this from rattling. This is the old attachment for the throttle, which you don't need. Modern mowers, they don't have that throttle. It's either, your mower is either running at the correct RPM or it's off. That's the way they work. So now I'm going to find my screws that I use to attach the carburetor. There's one. Yeah, these look like these are the ones that I cleaned and lubricated. So just to get this started, I'm just going to use a little hand quarter-inch drive screwed handle to get these started. And I'm looking for the hole. There it is. And now I can begin to screw this in. I'm going to stand up here and make sure I'm good. Yeah, that's going in. Okay, so there, that one's going in now. I'm going to grab the other one and get it started. Again, this has been cleaned and with a wire brush and lubricated with a little drop of oil. Not too much. A whole bunch is not necessary. All right, so there, got those started. And now I need to find that third one. Where did it go? The one that just goes into metal, not into the carburetor. Let's see, I don't see, there it is. Is that it? I'm looking for it. Well, for now, I'm just going to use a Phillips head screw that came off of a Pulsar jet carburetor, because I'm not seeing that third screw. It's probably laying around there somewhere, but or else I kicked it on the floor. But this will fit, and it's not critical like the other ones. I think it's gonna fit. Yep, there we go. So this just hangs on this attachment, so that's pretty snug. Now I'm gonna tighten this with a little bit of torque, not too much, because I don't want to damage the plastic. Yes, I need my there's my extension. This makes it a little easier to work with this if you got the extension. So again, 5/16. Oh, I need to use my drill first. Let's do that. Make it a little faster. So that's going on. That's going on. I'm snugging these up. That's pretty snug. That's pretty snug. I'm not so worried about that Phillips head I put in as to whether it's snug or not. But now I need to find my little flashlight and make sure that all that work I did with the duct tape is going to allow this thing to prime. Yes, it does. You guys want to see that? Here we go. This is with one gasket. A little bit hard to see in there. Maybe I can just lay my phone here. Is that even gonna work? No. Anyway, it is squirting. It's just hard for me to push the primer bulb and hold the flashlight and hold the phone. But when I push that primer bulb, fuel shoots out of that little brass emulsion tube, okay? So that is repaired and working perfectly. So this mower should run, should be fine. We'll know in a minute. Stay tuned.